And welcome back to another Chris Yeti's news review. COVID-19, the tale of ages. Come gather around. Is COVID-19 a conspiracy? Too many people, and by too many I mean more than zero, think that COVID-19 could be a conspiracy. Why is it that every time something happens in this world, there's always some hidden agenda that's trailing behind it? The conspiracy is effectively when someone is missing accurate information and they go ahead and just fill in the gaps based on their own mental gymnastics on what's right and wrong in the situation. This is usually combined with ignoring evidence that's available to support the argument in one way or another, aka interpreting randomness. You want to talk about the crazy spectrum? You have the lizard people, you have 5G is going to kill us, you have anti-vaxxers, you have flat earthers. The less harmful conspiracy people are the ones that believe in John F. Kennedy, the one where he was killed by his government.
Back and to the left.
There's a lot of interesting perspectives there, and the government just said, hey, it didn't happen. Woo! And let's not forget about the conspiracy at Roswell, where people think that the government's hiding aliens. Let's face the facts, guys. If aliens existed and the government was hiding it, and Trump knew about it, he would reveal this because he would want to be the first president to officially announce the discovery of aliens. All these conspiracies are rabbit holes, and they're all intertwined in one way or another. A lot of it is just skeptical thinking in the excessive manner. And you start, like I said, just plugging in gaps of missing information with things that sound sensible at the time, and you just go with it because your gut says it's right. Now that COVID-19 has stolen all of our attentions, you can rest assured that there's conspiracies flying all about. Everything from China released it to sabotage global efforts, to the United States planting it in China, or even in the Middle East to try to disrupt the situation that was going on there. Then you have the conspiracy theorists that think that COVID-19 isn't even real. They're out there protesting, saying it's a lie, the government's making it up. And a lot of these individuals, I can't help to think, are Trump supporters. But the problem with that is the Trump administration has said to take precautions about this virus, and yet on one hand they're supporting Trump, and on the other hand they're trying to undermine him. There's a very peculiar, rebellious nature about humanity that I don't think any of us is ever going to figure out. It kind of ties into the mob mentality. But that's for another time. And then there's the individuals who think that they did it for business reasons, just to get richer, aka big toilet paper. Yeah, that's right, folks. They weren't quite getting the sales number they were hoping for, so they decided, let's murder millions of people and get our toilet paper numbers way up. Don't you think it'd make more sense for them to invest in a virus that just makes you shit all the time? I can't imagine that big toilet paper would be into any kind of sabotage unless it meant more shitting. When it comes to the vaccine that's supposed to come out for COVID-19, it doesn't help that the anti-vaxxers are already taking arms about this battle. I mean, they're going to be out there saying that the government's wanting to kill you and they have no idea what they're putting in the vaccine to stop it. So unfortunately, there's going to be a small percentage of people that are going to be vulnerable to the virus, and their only safety net is everybody else who's vaccinated. I've seen terrible examples where moms are begging for help online to these anti-vaxxer groups, suggesting that they've tried everything, all the vitamins, all the oils. Oh God, don't get me started on essential oils. All the treatments and remedies and everything you could think of, minus actual medicine. They suggest do anything that you can, don't take them to the ER, because if you do, then doctors are gonna get a hold of your child. And if doctors get a hold of your child, God forbid that he gets help. All these examples of children that have died that could be prevented with simple medical intervention. Could you imagine back in the day, the first attempts at vaccine, when they were trying to spread it through the pus-filled pockets and cut incisions on people? This ended up lowering the death rate from 30 to 40% guarantee of death, all the way down to 3%. Now, when you're being told this by a doctor, not only is it grotesque and horrifying to look at, and to think you have to experience it, and to know you're going to get sick, and it's just a matter of, will you survive it or not? Could you imagine these families back, centuries ago, suggesting, oh, no, please, that looks awfully gross, I don't want you putting that in my body. And then the doctor just looks at him and be like, yes, but this is going to be what you look like if you don't do this. Maybe that's the problem with COVID, is it doesn't look horrific enough for people to truly believe it. I swear, if every individual doesn't witness it directly, then it's easy for a small group of people to get together and say, it's a lie! This really goes into the issue of the government reopening the economy, because now that everyone is going back out, the fact that we weren't able to eliminate the virus spread in the first place just means it slowed down. And let's go ahead and call it the slow pandemic at this point, because I would imagine it's going to rebound and it's going to infect a lot more people. Look at China. One moment they flattened the curve, as they put it. They were able to get a grip on things quickly. But by the time that happened, Europe and the rest of the world started increasing numbers of infection rate. So by the time that China started clearing the virus, all the inbound travel started rising the rates again. Now China's having an infection resurge through the population because the way the delays throughout the world are working very ineffectively. Every government's working on their own. Each country isolates and it spreads the next country. The next country waits too long to do anything, which spreads it further. And we're just going to see this rippling effect, almost like water just crashing into each other and rippling around and around. Airlines are still packing people in like sardines right now. So I don't see this going away without a vaccine. And unfortunately, by the time a vaccine comes out, COVID-19 2.0 is going to be fresh out the door and ready to start a new battle. We're going to need to quickly figure this stuff out. Thankfully, Trump allowed unlimited funding to figure out the vaccine. So what's your opinion on conspiracy theories? Do you have ones that you prefer? Do you have ones that you disagree with? Click on that subscribe so we can have more of these conversations. Until next time.